Good day. On December 9th, on the sidelines of the Ukrainian authorities, the following rumors, gossip, insiders and opinions were discussed. Rumors. Layout. The source reports that the topic of Western weapons entering the black market from Ukraine remains relevant. It is known that cases surfaced and recorded. Some of the Western journalists are conducting their own personal investigation of this case. Daddies exist. The only question is when the topic will come up and blow up the world information space. Many sources point to the time before the elections in Ukraine and the transitional time closer to the US elections. Bankova is very afraid of this. As soon as it loudly pops up, know that Zelensky began to be leaked, and the Ukrainian case was reloaded. Rumors. The source reports that according to the idea of the head of the office of the President Andrei Yermak, the 2023 elections can be postponed or postponed. Zelensky also wants this. To do this, Bankova takes full control of the CCU, Constitutional Court of Ukraine. Most likely, the elections will be postponed until at least 2024, holding them together with the presidential one. But they dream of holding elections in a mixed mode. Some are electronic, some are real. Now a whole special group has been created at Bankova, which is working on various options. Backstage rumors. On the sidelines there were rumors that the former head of the NBU, Kirill Shevchenko, the office of the president and personally the head of the presidential office promised an indulgence if he resigned from the post of the NBU without scandal. But as usual they threw. Using a manual judicial system, they began to create the illusion of a mega-corrupt official, then they arrested him in absentia and put him on the wanted list. This is necessary so that he cannot return to Ukrainian politics after a while and start telling everyone that everything was fine under him. He is a cool economist and knows how to get the country out of the hole, but Bankova ruined everything with her actions. Everyone understands that stress awaits the financial system, and the hryvnia is on the verge of collapse. Therefore, he would have had good chances to return to the game, having gone into opposition to Zelensky. Here is the head of the OP and through the former head of the NBU. Nothing changes in Ukrainian politics. Everything is built on a scam. Backstage rumors. There were rumors on the sidelines that the office of the president, after demonstrative repressions against the mayor of Chernihiv, sent his messengers to other mayors with an ultimatum that they either become puppets or they will be purged. Bankova continues to implement its strategy of complete cleansing of the political and information field. Ukrainian oligarchs, on the contrary, began to finance Zelensky's political opposition, as they do not want Zelensky's final dictatorship in Ukraine. Inside. The source said that the supply of Western weapons and ammunition has declined sharply due to Zelensky's refusal to implement the Sullivan formula, which is being imposed on us from the United States. All this led to the fact that the armed forces of Ukraine were forced to defend themselves and collect reserves in one direction, for a possible counteroffensive. Inside. The source said that the SBU leads all the main actors of Ukraine and reports to the office of the president on all meetings, negotiations, contacts. On Bankova, they want to weaken political centers of influence before the election campaign to the Rada in order to control all processes and make the elections indicative, with the desired result for the authorities. Andrei Yermak does not want to lose his monopoly in parliament, which means that it is necessary to weaken competitors as much as possible. Inside. The source said that Zaluzhny reported to Zelensky about the possible tactical encirclement of Bakhmut. Russian troops resist the onslaught on the city from all sides, complicating the communication of the armed forces of Ukraine. Now the Ukrainian army is suffering heavy losses, and the general staff is forced to send more and more new units to defend Bakhmut. Opinion. Ukrainian oligarchs, together with the office of President Zelensky, are preparing to pull off a multi-billion-dollar scheme with the resale of gas according to the Rotterdam Plus formula, or rather TFT. All resource oligarchs are involved in the case: Akhmetov, Kolomoisky, Novinsky, and Pinchuk, whose enterprises, Detect Naftogaz, Ukrenafttiburini, Smart Energy, Zaidnadra Geo Alliance, produced 5 billion cubic meters in 2021. Or 25% of all Ukrainian gas. If the trend continues until the end of the year, this means that private gas companies will produce more than 4.5 billion cubic meters in 2022. But, there are problems with gas exports abroad. The government banned gas exports at the beginning of summer, so the oligarchs could not hit the jackpot on record European prices. Until communications with the OP began, where for a rollback of 40% of the deal they gave the green light to a scheme repeating Rotterdam Plus. From August to the end of March, Naftogaz must guarantee to buy 3.1 billion cubic meters from private gas-producing companies according to the formula, the price on the Dutch TTF hub minus the cost of delivery to Ukraine. As a result, We have the sale of Ukrainian gas at spot prices to the population under the guise of the fact that Ukraine needs 4 billion cubic meters to pass the heating season. Of gas, in addition to 12 to 13 billion pumped into UGS facilities. Inside. The source said that Avakov, the former interior minister of Ukraine, met with Klitschko, the mayor of Kyiv, and is ready to form a unified political force against the president's office. Bankova is seriously afraid of a new alliance of mayors and military, which forces the authorities to look for alternative formats of pressure. Avakov maintains a serious influence in the Ministry of Internal Affairs, and his people remain in the system and continue to collect compromising evidence against the office of the president. See you soon.